Had to unmute my mic. Good evening, friends and fiends. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VI T Edition. It has been a while since we have played this one, and I'm trying to remember where exactly we left off. I think we got all three of the parties back after the Leith River sequence, and that's kind of where we are right now. So we're going to fight Kefka, which is kind of one of my favorite sequences in the game. And then I think after that we get our first airship fairly soon. So hello to everybody. I see that Lydia and Narshe and Dancer and Trial Fan are in the chat. Narshe says, I decided I'm going to look for another job. I know that sounds stressful, but it's actually a load off my chest and I can get paid more to do significantly less. And I am here for it. If you can transition into something that is a little better for you, that is totally it. Game volume is a little loud. Let's tweak that and hop in. That sequence with the wind is actually pretty loud, just compared to the rest of the game. And unfortunately, right here has a lot of the wind as well. Protect the Esper from Kefka. Would you like an explanation? We don't actually need an explanation because this works exactly like the sequence at the beginning of the game where we create a party and then we use them to defend. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a group that involves Kayla, Claptrap, Cyan, and probably Edgar. I think we're gonna do Edgar. Gaw can just kind of stick into his own thing. Gaw is pretty powerful, but at this point in the game, he doesn't have the best rages that he needs. And then we will put Terra and Chipmunk in their own party as well. Same sort of thing. We have this maze. Kefka shows up with a whole bunch of dudes. Oh, if it is General Kayla, the traitor. Excellent. Now I won't have to hunt you down later. Go, get those vile insects. Alright, so we swap parties. We have to protect Bannon. If Bannon gets hurt, we suffer a lot of problems. This music is from Final Fantasy Tactics, I think. Trial Fan says the game is louder than you. Still? It shouldn't be. I don't know what's going on there. My volume is kind of low. Okay, I've got the gain on my mic completely maxed out, so I don't know what's going on there, but let's try tweaking the game volume a little bit more too. Crap, how do I do the Phoenix thing? Phoenix dance or whatever it is. Pixel, not... I have a USB hub that my microphone is game volume down, your volume. I can't turn my volume up any louder than it is. My volume is as loud as it can go. You're probably gonna have to turn your TV up or your device up. But I did tweak the volume down on the game. Pixel knocked the USB hub that contains my microphone is plugged into, knocked that over, and it unhooked. So it's possible that something reset with that. I don't really know, and I can't tweak it at this point. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all the way down to Kefka before these other groups get up there, because they can be kind of difficult to deal with. And it's basically like the same thing. If you take care of Kefka, the whole sequence ends, and you don't have to fight every single boss. Lydia said, I just had a long day at school. Yeah, school started back, what, this week? Not sure says my son doesn't start for another 2 weeks. He's going into high school this year. There we go. Dang it, I didn't get to heal before this. Hellrider can be a little difficult. Yeah, because he does that much damage. This could end poorly. Lydia says my brother is standing. Yeah, your mom sent me pictures of him crawling the other day. Trialfan says, I went out, then came back in. You sound stronger now. Yeah, it could have been some kind of an encoding error. I don't really know what was going on with that, but there we go. All right, so real quick, we're going to heal everybody up. And take on Kefka. So, you're Kefka, you cur. You murdered the people of Doma. Now it is my turn for vengeance. Alright, so in this one, we want Kayla to be using Runic, because she's going to attract all the magic stuff. We'll primarily use Edgar for healing, but we'll do damage when we need to. There we go. Thou art the one who poisoned Doma. Survived, did you? Well, I can fix that right now. Prepare to die. Ouch. I don't know if Kefka's susceptible to poison, but we'll find out. Double spell. Yeah, her timing on Runic there was not great. Hi, Kidda Marie. Narshe says, I miss when my kids were babies. I would have loved a third kid, but pregnancy was really rough on my wife, and it would have been selfish of me to ask her to. Kidda Marie, how are you doing today? Ouch. Problem with Runic is it does not seem to attract, it's not attracting the spells that hit everybody. Kidda Marie says, I'm doing good. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. It's been kind of a weird week. Not a bad way, though. Just busy. Where's that cure-all? We got a cure-all in here somewhere. I don't think cure-all does what I want it to do. Crap. Okay, let's do it on her, because she can do some heals in general, I guess. Kidda Marie says, what's the story behind Claptrap's name? So we have a tip reward. If somebody donates $3, they get to pick the name of a character for the ones that are coming up. So that's not what I want. Oh, good. She blocked it. God, he's got a lot of health this time. There we go. We got him. So Claptrap was named by Heathen, who is not in chat tonight because he's playing D&D. But that was his choice. Grr, I won't forget this. Where's the Esper? Is it all right? Narshe says Setzer gets a bad rap. He can be really good if the enemies aren't undead. I never used him a whole lot, and maybe I need to. I definitely need to try using him more this time around. Whew, the Esper's safe. It also appears to be alive. Is that even possible? Lydia, what is it? No. They're reacting to each other. Narshe says some of his weapons have death effect. I think it's the trump cards that do that. Yeah, I believe so too. What is this I'm feeling? What's going on? Please tell me. Who am I? Who? The esper. It's responding to her. Lydia, get away from that thing. And she transforms. Lydia said, I said, bye, fam. Sis dipped. Are you awake? Where's Lydia? She turned into a something and flew off. She looked like an esper. Chipmunk, are you okay? Something happened to Lydia. There must be some sort of connection between her and that esper. We need to find her. Witnesses said she went streaking westward across the sky, beyond Figaro. We've got to hurry. I promised I'd protect her. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Empire will be back again for that esper, and someone needs to protect Bannon. Hey, bearded halfling. A former imperial soldier, but still, we must help her. Let's split up. Those who aren't searching for Lydia will stay here to guard against further attacks. Figaro Castle could shuttle the others to the western province. It shouldn't be hard to track down clues to Kolingen or Jador as to Lydia's whereabouts. Alright, folks, who are we taking with us? Let's see. We definitely want Kayla, because Runic is just really useful in this game. I think I'm gonna go with Homie, because it's kind of an unusual choice, but I'm definitely gonna take Chipmunk and Cian. Let's go with that. Let's try these four. We can always come back here and swap party members again if we want to. Please find Lydia. The future of the world rests in her hands. I heard Lydia turned into a ball of light and shot away towards the west. Perhaps someone at Figaro Castle saw where she went. Alright, so we need some mithril shields. Shadow Blade. Dark sword that can cut shadows. Give it a shot. Increases her attack power. Trial Fan says, have you gotten any new treasures lately, Wobble? I got a bunch of Super Mario stuff at a yard sale. But it's in the other room, so I can't show it off at the moment. But it was pretty cool. You know, I showed off the Super Mario Kart that I got. Well, I also got a Luigi Kart, which is from a different set. Like, they're not the same. They're not the same set, but now I have a Mario and a Luigi, so that's cool. And I think there was like a card game or something, a Super Mario card game or board game that came in with it too. Let's grab a couple more high potions, because we're going to need those. And I think otherwise we're good. I guess this is actually like the first time that we've had the opportunity to run around in Narshe, so we probably should talk to these folks. The house on the far right holds all the treasures I've collected over the years. Take them before the Empire does. One of the boxes is locked and won't open, though. It's too bad. I think that one had something good inside. Alright, so let's go up here and see what cool stuff he lets us take. Chaotic and Rider, hello, hello. Whoa, there's 5,000 gil in here. An earring, a thief knife. I like how there's just a random dude hanging out in here. A protect ring, a sneak amulet, headband. All right, let's see what we can equip on these guys. Thief knife is good because I think, where's the thief knife? In most games, the thief knife lets you steal. Yeah, it has a chance to mug, so. Hey, Claude, how's it going? Sneak arm improves steal, so that's nice. See what the protect ring does. Auto protect. I'm gonna put that on. We're gonna put that on Kayla because she has like nothing in the way of hit points compared to everybody else. Should be the relic shop. All right, that should be everything we need to do here in Narshe. I think. I don't remember if we can. I know we can go back through the mines. Trying to remember if we can get to, yeah, that's right. There is something down this way. You can't get to it before because you're in the Magitech armor. Hi, D. How's it going? D says, going good. I'm working on something while hiding. While hiding? What are you hiding from? Chaotican says, I hope your week's been good. I'm enduring allergies. Man, I feel ya. I take allergy meds, and they have not been working this week. Okay, this brings us back up to the battlefield. I don't know if there's anything we can do up here, but we'll see. No. So periodically, as we move through the mines through here, you'll see like a little white Yeti-looking dude. That is Umaro. And he is a playable character in the game, but we actually cannot access him. Yeah, see, that was him just down there at the bottom. We actually cannot access Umaru until later in the game. He's a very cool character, though. So that's cool. With the thief knife, periodically when Chipmunk attacks, he will steal from an enemy, which is a great way to get extra stuff without having to do anything. Okay, so there's nothing in here. All right, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna go back to the house up here, and we're gonna go into the mines from the other direction. Just because I think we can go see the Moogles, and I don't know if that'll do anything different, but this is a ROM hack, so I want to check out everything and not bypass stuff just to make sure. Lydia, how do you like your new classes? Hey, Chipmunk. Chipmunk says, hi, folks. Just popping in for a couple minutes this evening. Hope everyone's doing well. Not doing too bad. Lydia says, but I love the teen center. Cool. I guess there's nothing nothing new or interesting in here. Okay, so we will head out. Hi, Kyle. Kyle says, "Hi all, this is one of my favorites, rock on." So we're actually playing a ROM hack of Final Fantasy VI. I don't know if you ever played it, but this is the T Edition ROM hack. It adds quite a few interesting things to the game. It's added a lot of new enemies. It's kind of upped the difficulty a little bit. Not in a terrible way, but it adds some new items, new music, whole bunch of stuff. Although a lot of the new music is music from like other Final Fantasy games and other RPGs. So it's kind of, I have this moment whenever the music starts playing and I'm like, hey, what game is that from? All right, let's get out of here and head to Figaro. Kyle says, oh, nice. Have you happened upon an enemy called the Intangier? Not yet. That's much later in the game. Not sure says, I like that they didn't go totally overkill with new items like Final Fantasy IV Ultima. Managing inventory became a chore. Yeah, it did in that one. So far, they've really only added a handful. They haven't really added a ton. Back to Figaro Castle. If I remember correctly, there is actually like a cutscene that we're gonna miss at the castle because we don't have Edgar and Sabine with us. If only you could have seen the look on Kefka's face as we sank into the ground. I saw a girl blaze across the sky like a cat on fire. Well, more like a flying cat on fire, I suppose. Anyway, it looked like she was headed towards the mountains in the west. You wouldn't know by looking at it. Please take your time and relax within the castle. Not sure says this isn't when they do the coin flip scene, is it? I think it might actually be. Because they show that it's a flashback. Edgar is simply unbelievable. Well, thanks for the subscription, Kyle. I appreciate that. We've broken off our alliance with the castle, or with the Empire. Words. How do I progress from here? Do I have to have Edgar with me? I don't think I do, but maybe I do. Hey, let's grab that. Really need the drill, but I do not have enough money for it right now. It's possible that I do. Talk to the man in charge of the engine room. Okay. Where's the engine room? The engine room should be in the middle, right? Get out the way. Oh, that's right. It's down this way. Lots of requests this month. I can take you to the desert beyond the mountains if you'd like. There we go. I forgot about those stairwells there. And we go under the desert. Welcome to Kolingen. Enjoy your visit. These good-for-nothing brigands have been locked up for thievery, and worse. You best keep your distance. Oh, I think it's me. I'm Lone Wolf the Pickpocket. It's been a long time since I played this game. Ouch. That did a lot of damage. Let's just pick something random. That's a nice heal. Chipmunk says, well, I need to go take the dog for a walk. I'll catch you all later. Always glad to see my namesake sprite kicking some butt. Thanks for tuning in, Chipmunk. We'll see you later. So we'll be using the Mandragora Rage a lot, because that is a really great heal. At least until we get Cure 2 on Kayla. Got a phoenix down and some dried meat. Alright, we need to antidote Omi and Cien. Daryl's tomb. A strange, glowing creature flew through here, scared the living daylights out of me. It took off southwards to Jador. Was that thing really a monster? It stopped right in front of my little girl, and I could see it had gentle eyes. I saw a pretty light. It came here, and everyone else was afraid of it, but I liked it. That thing, I don't know what it was, but it tore up my house. Some kind of glowing monster. My younger brother's a bit off. Lives alone up north, says he's gonna build a coliseum of some such nonsense. Oh, Chipmunk, is that you? Have you stopped by Rachel's house? A girl named Rachel used to live in that house up there. No one lives there anymore, though. I couldn't protect her. Not sure says, have I ever mentioned that this game's OST is probably one of the absolute best on the SNES? Yeah, it totally is. Chipmunk, what are we off to find today? It's almost your... There's supposed to be an amazing treasure hidden somewhere in this mountain. We're gonna find it. Chipmunk, look out! And she falls into a chasm. Rachel! Rachel, are you awake? I can't remember anything. Get out of my house. It's your fault Rachel lost her memory. Wait, just let me talk to her. Please, just go away. I don't know who you are, but my parents get upset whenever you come here. Rachel'll be better off without you hanging around, Chipmunk. She's gonna have to make a new start of it. With you here, she can't even do that. And so he leaves. A year went by. When I finally returned, I found out that Rachel had been killed in an imperial attack. Her memory had returned just before she died. The last thing she said was, my name. I never should have left her side. I failed her. It sucks. The Empire is bad news bears. The one-stop shop. It's my dream to see an opera at the opera house south of Chador. What a handsome date, of course. I'd get all dolled up, put on a sequin dress. A shuriken. Oh, Chipmunk, it's been a while, ages even. Oh, that, worry not, your treasure's quite safe. Yay! Are we through here? Finished? All done? It's a good thing. I just happened to have this finished. This herbal concoction back then. Now she'll never age a day. Had to use my herbs, I did. Couldn't very well refuse with you begging me like that. So Rachel is not dead. She is Sleeping Beauty. Sort of. Technically, she's dead. She's just preserved. You're sure this stuff will work? Of course, of course. The love of your life will sleep here just like this forever. And ever and ever. This guy's nuts. If there were a way to call her spirit back. A way to call her back, eh? You mean like that legendary treasure? Oh yes, I suppose if you had that, you might be able to bring her around. I failed her. I think only Cyan is married. Yeah, that kind of tracks with like Final Fantasy IV. Only Yang was married. Hey, it's Shadow. Wait, can he join your party if you don't have everybody filled? Because I kind of want to grab him again. Crap. So he can join your party, but I got everybody filled. So that means I got to go back to Narshe, because I want to get him back, because I like him a lot. All right, we're gonna do a detour here. Not sure says, yeah, you get no backstory on Anna's mother / Tella's wife. I think it's implied that Tella's wife has already died. Like, it's not confirmed. Lydia says, I'm literally Terra. I went flying away a few minutes ago. Where did you go flying away to? Did you take a Jet 2 holiday? I don't know why I keep seeing that on like all the reels and stuff. For whatever reason, that is the popular sound at the moment. He said, just to my baddies girls night making bets. What are you betting on? You're not old enough to be making bets. All right, who are we going to get rid of? Let's take... All right, I want to take Chipmunk. Look, since we have to go back, we might as well see the Sabine and Edgar cutscene. I guess we'll leave all these folks home. Kyle says, wait, homie can use the fight command. In this romhack, you can, yes. Also, you don't have to be on the Veldt to collect rages, which is really incredibly useful. Ah, I don't know why I did that. I was paying attention to chat and I didn't think about the command that I need to put in. Got another star pendant. All right, we'll go back to the pub, grab Shadow, and then we will head on to Jador. Currently, Claptrap has it. With his beefy 1,000 hit points. Lydia says, me and the baddies are using candy as the money for the bets. What kind of candy do you have? And what are you betting on? Wait! I could lend you a hand. Just need enough to feed my dog. Say 3,000 gold. I don't have enough gold. No. Oh, gosh. Dancer, you're killing me. Fine. We'll fight some stuff. Jolly Ranchers, and who is going to get killed in a zombie apocalypse first, and who is the gayest, the normal. Jolly Ranchers, huh? Are you trying to offload all your Jolly Ranchers? Lydia says it's the square Jolly Ranchers. Blue raspberry and cherry are the best. I don't think I've ever, like, I don't know when the last time that I had a Jolly Rancher was. It's been a while. I do like the watermelon ones, though. All right, now we have enough to get Dancer back. Not sure says that the sour apple is overrated. I agree with that. All right, we have Dancer back. The girls are saying that you would be the first one killed in a zombie apocalypse for 2 Jolly Ranchers. How are you guys planning on testing these bets? Not sure says what's better, curly fries or tater tots? I gotta go with tater tots on that one. Trial fan says curly fries. Lydia says zombie apocalypse games they are comparing our die time. What zombie apocalypse games are you playing? Oh, we have a cutscene. Clyde, how could you? I was your partner. Yeah, there are a lot of dream cutscenes that you can miss if you don't have Shadow in your party whenever you sleep at inns. I think I'm probably gonna just like kind of fight around here a little bit because I want to kind of stock up on some items. It's also a good opportunity to kind of level people up and get them on an even footing. Surrounded. Could actually stick the I think I could probably give this thief knife to Dancer and he would actually be able to do it. Kyle says, in this hack I see the shuriken is equipable. Yeah, a lot of the items that can only be thrown by Shadow are also equipable, and some characters have a wider variety of what they can equip. Gaw especially has a much wider variety of what he can equip. Need to look at his blitzes. So that's it. Okay. Let's rest everybody up. I want to say they said that it was easier to get the cutscenes. That the rate was increased for them. 1,000,000 gil! What a blast! This is the life! Guess it's time we start thinking of a name, huh? A name? All good bandit duos need a name. I sort of have one in mind. Well, let's hear it. The Dancer Bandits. What do you think? Not bad, huh? Great train robbers of the century. Love the counterattacks that they have. Phoenix Dance. Kyle says, are you using a controller or a keyboard? I'm using a 8-bit Do SN, what was it, SN30? It's a PC controller, but it kind of has that Super NES retro vibe. Hi, Stone Homie. Kyle says, I was curious because I find the Blitz easier on controller. Yeah, I do too. When I have played this game on a keyboard, usually the thing that I find that's best is to set up like a macro and use that for Blitz inputs, because it's really hard to do it with keyboard, particularly the diagonals. What do we get? We just got a weapon. Combat dagger that can also block attacks on occasion. He cannot use that. I think I want to stick with the main gouch, or with the thief knife though, because that is just going to do better. Stone Homie says, "Can you believe this is the last fantasy? Crazy." Ah, this is just like old times. I'm gonna wander around for a bit. It's not where I wanted to go. They certainly haven't made 10 more games. Not counting the side quests and spin-offs. Yeah, this is the cutscene with the coin flip, I believe. Castle hasn't changed much. And yet it's different. Mom and Dad are gone. Nothing can ever really be the same, not after what happened. The king, he's... Stone Homie says, "I'm off for movie time with the bride. Have a good stream." Enjoy your movie, Stone Homie. Your father just said he would entrust Figaro to the two of you. Those were his final words. You all make me sick. Everyone's saying that the Empire had Dad poisoned, and the only thing any of you can think about is who'll be the next king. No one's even sad. None of you probably cared when Mom died after we were born either. That's not... You're just as bad as the rest of them. The Empire are murderers. They won't get away with this. Let's forget this crazy kingdom and live our lives how we want to. You said you didn't want to be a king, right? A life of freedom, huh? What do you think would happen to Figaro if both of us left? There'd be no one to take the throne. Dad was counting on us to take care of the kingdom. Let's settle this with the toss of a coin. Dad gave me this one. If it's heads, you win. Tails, I win. The winner chooses whichever path he wants. No regrets, no hard feelings, okay? Here we go. Spidey, hello, hello. We are playing Final Fantasy VI T Edition. It is a ROM hack of Final Fantasy VI. And you chose your freedom. It's already been 10 years. That little shrimp has grown into a whopping lobster. And you're a king crab. Claptrap, do you think Dad would be proud of me? Don't you ever doubt that. I'm sure he's beaming with pride, wherever he is. 10 years. Where's the time gone? Here's to a couple of confused grown-ups. Drink! Here's to Dad, to Mom, and to Figaro. Spidey says, I've only ever played the original Final Fantasy, several different versions of it, but only Final Fantasy 1. Man, you need to try some of the other ones. There are some really great games in the series. Wait, what happens if you end up at the Opera House and you don't have Celis in your party? Do they show up? I don't remember. Spidey says, I feel like that would be a rabbit hole from which I might not ever emerge. And you'll be fine. There's only like 20 games in the series. Ugh. Spidey says, I finally finished Immortals Phoenix Rising last night. I stayed up way too late, but I finally sent Typhon back to Tartarus. I need to play that game. It's been on my wish list forever, and I know that it goes on sale like stupid cheap. Fossil Dragon. Ooh. Stole holy water. That did a good job. Spidey says it's really good. It's extremely underrated in my opinion. If you ever get around to playing it, let me know. I'll definitely show up for those streams. Did you play it on PC or did you play it on like, was it PlayStation? Nintendo Switch. The only reason I haven't pulled the trigger on it is that I have heard that the PC port has some problems. I don't know how well that's been confirmed or if it's been fixed since, you know, since it was released. But that's the only reason that I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Oh, another cutscene. Open your eyes. How bad is it? This isn't my blood, is it, Clyde? Don't worry, you're gonna be okay. I'm sorry, I let my guard down. Don't talk. The town's just a bit further. You don't have to pretend. I know. This is my blood, isn't it? I'm done for. Get going. Leave me here. I'd only slow you down. You want to get caught? Before you go, please finish me off with your knife. How could you ask me to do something like that? You know what they'll do to me if they catch me alive? I don't want to have to go through that. Touch my arm. Feel it shaking? I've never been afraid in my life, and now I'm quivering like a little girl. Please, before I wet myself and have to die a coward, just take your knife and... I can't do it! Clyde! I'm sorry. Clyde, how could you? So, if you haven't caught on to it yet, the dreams that we see there are supposed to be the backstory of Shadow, who is named Dancer in this this playthrough. Kyle says you can insta-kill the zombies with life magic or items. Yeah, I know that. Lydia says, 2 days ago, one of my friends said she wasn't before, but she is now. When I said, no need to fear, I am here. Okay. The only reason that I'm not using life magic on these guys is because, first off, I don't have anybody who knows magic. And second, I don't want to waste my Phoenix Downs on them. Because I don't have that many, to be honest. I think we all gonna die. It's a good thing I just saved. Oops. That went well. Oh, you guys, I am tired. I think I'm gonna call it a night. This has not been a very long stream. It's only been about an hour and a half, but I am tired. I am exhausted. So we are gonna call this one an early night. Dancer said, what happened? What happened was that Fossil Dragon hit me twice with Sandstorm, which dealt like 200 damage to each person. And then zombified Claptrap, who finished everybody off. So that was a very quick ending to our party. But yeah, this is going to be the end of tonight. I'm tired, so we're going to go ahead and close this one out. I'm planning on being back tomorrow. We will be playing Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. We'll see how that goes. And then, we'll be back on Sunday night for Sunday Night NES. Haven't figured out what we're going to play on Sunday Night NES yet, but we'll pick something for that. And that's going to round out our week. Next week, we will have a slightly different schedule, because one of the things I want to try to do is I want to try to work some more tabletop role-playing game type stuff into my stream. So I'm thinking I might see if I can get a guest to do sort of like a chat about tabletop games. That's still up in the air. Haven't figured all that out just yet, but we are trying to get back to a normal schedule of streaming, and it will be, that's in development. It'll be happening over the next couple of weeks. Spidey says, oh, nice. I can't remember if I played Ritual of the Night or Curse of the Moon, but I played a game in that series. Curse of the Moon is more like retro style. Ritual of the Night is like 3D graphics, but it's a side scroller. So yeah, that is where we are right now. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and a great start to your weekend. Catch you later. Bye-bye.